What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd, this channel where I give my nerd views on today's nerd news. First topic on the nerd rundown is Nightwing. In case you guys didn't know, there's a Nightwing movie that's supposed to be made, supposedly in the DCEU universe. So, I mean, that's redundant. The DCEU already contains the word universe in it. But regardless of fact, yes, they're supposed to be making a movie. It doesn't have a cast. It doesn't have a date, but it does have a director. The director's name is Chris McKay. Chris McKay was, he's directed the recently movie that's coming out, the Ninjago movie. And he was at a press release and he was speaking on how when he directs the Nightwing movie, he wants to make Dick Grayson badass. And that's something I'm definitely looking forward to, because Dick Grayson definitely deserves his due as far as being portrayed as badass, because Dick Grayson was trained under the best. He was trained under Batman. And he, you know, he was basically like Batman's son, but he didn't want to follow completely in the footsteps of Batman, because he saw that Batman was one of those people that would never be happy, and he wanted to still do that and help people, but still have a life and enjoy himself. So that's why he kind of stepped away from it. There's a lot of comic books that are talking about this, but yeah, he wanted to become his own person, so he left Gotham and went to Bloodhaven, I believe, and took on Nightwing as his persona, and he's doing his thing. I definitely want to see the fighting, like very gritty. From what he says, he's gonna try and make it really harsh. So I'm thinking like Daredevil on Netflix. I'm thinking it's gonna be like this, because he says he wants to use practical character effects, so he wants to basically keep it as least CG as possible. So he doesn't want to have anything like the original Daredevil with Ben Affleck, you know, CG and everything. They want to just keep it real, sort of like I said, like the Netflix series. Keep it. I think they could keep it low budget, but I don't think they're gonna go too low budget, because you know this is on the cinematic universe. It isn't like a TV series on Netflix where they just trying to watch their money. So definitely looking forward to it, because I want to see the action not as gruesome, but I definitely want to see it as smooth and fluent as it was with Ben Affleck in Batman vs Superman in that warehouse scene. I want to see Dick Grayson doing that type of shit, because Dick Grayson, he was trained like Batman to be the pinnacle of physical capability. And also, his family was a flying Grayson, so yeah, they were already gymnastics, they were already acrobatics, so he, from a young age, he was just perfect to be what he became. So that's what I think about it. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. So like I said, keeping you guys informed. If anything else comes on that, you remember, I'll tell you guys like every day, daily. Next, we're talking about Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They're coming back for the Lego 2 movie, because they directed the first Lego movie. They're coming back to do rewrites for the script for the Lego 2 movie, which I'm like, okay, it makes sense, because the project they were working on, they're not on it no more. They were working on the Han Solo movie, but the Han Solo movie didn't work out for them. Kathleen Kennedy had to let them go because they weren't working according, from what I heard, like I've mentioned in my other videos, that it was too comedy. Like they were going, like they said it was sort of like Ace Ventura, which is crazy out there. So I don't think they have nothing else to do, so it definitely makes sense. But except I don't believe they're directing. They're just going to be, how you say, just writing the script. I believe the guy I just talked about, Chris McKay, might be directing, but I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna don't hold me on that. But yeah, because you know, they got taken off that Star Wars, because you know they weren't following the rules, and that's just what happens if you don't. Like me, I was creating a character, and I went to an artist because I wanted to see a different interpretation of it in a way, but still in their style, but still my kind of design. And the guy went completely off. Like the character was smaller, the outfit was different, the arrows, the face paint was completely different. It was a different character altogether. So I definitely see why Kathleen Kennedy had to let him go. So hopefully them getting back to this Lego movie, they get back to form and then knock it out the park. But like I said, I don't believe they're directing. But if they do get back to directing, that'd be great. The script is supposed to be taking place right after the first Lego movie, and it's going to deal with issues as far as like, can girls play with Legos like guys do? Should they just play with female toys, and like the father is basically telling the son that he has to play with the sister with this, and then the what they call it, the Duplo, what are like infant Legos, the Legos that for infants or whatever, are attacking the Bricksburg, the city that they created. So that's going to be the whole storyline of that one. So I don't know. Hopefully this thing turns out good, because the first Lego movie, I did love it. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool. We are part of a team. Everything is awesome. Like, I'm not gonna keep going singing that song, but if you watch the movie, you definitely know that song. So that's it for that one. And the last thing, actually, I'm gonna talk about, because there's not a lot of news today, but the last thing I'm gonna talk about is the first trailer for the Red Sparrow movie. Basically, the origin of Black Widow, because that's what this is. It's Jennifer Lawrence, and she's trained by the Russians to become a powerful weapon, aka, you know, like, it's not Black Widow, but basically it's Black Widow, because it's sort of the same thing. As far as Black Widow, she was, you know, trained Russian, young, to become his killing weapon, and that's what Jennifer Lawrence is. Jennifer Lawrence, I trust, can do the physicality, because, you know, she was in the Hunger Games. She did do some physical stuff in the X-Men movies. A lot of people are getting tired of her because she's in a lot. She's in like every movie. Like every couple months, a Jennifer Lawrence movie comes out. So a lot of people are fatigued with her. Me, I'm not too sure. Like, you know, I don't watch every movie that Jennifer Lawrence comes out with, because, like I said, I don't want to get fatigued with her. I just watch the movies that interest me that she's in. I don't watch movies that she's in just because she's in it. So as far as that, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'll try and see if I can get the link for the Red Sparrow, aka Black Widow. But not really. So that's it for today. Remember to like, just subscribe, check out yesterday's video right here, and that's it for today. So like I said, I'm Wes Grant, this is Suburban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys tomorrow.